open up. You OPN, bitch, you won't BBM. We should be closer than friends.
Welcome to Talk That Talk with T, which is me. So welcome guys to my channel. My name is T, aka Mami Afia, and on my channel I speak about all things motivational, uplifting, and all things great, positive, food for thought, words for wisdom, and then a good old chit chat because this girl likes to talk, okay? She likes to talk. So if you like what I share, please subscribe first, okay? I don't charge anybody over here, okay? So please subscribe, support your girl, and yes, keep this movement going, okay? Each one teaches one, right? So yes, first and foremost, I've got a cold. So I'm coming out of a cold. So if I sound like I'm talking out of my nostril, believe me, I am, okay? But the show must go on. There's no off days. There's no sick days. We must continue as we mean to go on. Yes, so this week's topic is on do not subscribe to someone's fear. Subscribe to this channel though, but do not subscribe to anybody's fear. And what I mean by that, subconsciously, we subscribe to people's fears, and that's whether in passing or like meaning that someone has said something in passing or advice that you've gotten from a friend, family, whichever. So when I say do not subscribe to someone's fear, what I mean is oftentimes in life when we are making certain decisions or we're making certain moves, choices, whatever it is, and we have told someone, you always get that one person that will say, oh, I tried it before, it didn't work. Whether that's you getting a mortgage, or whether that's you making an investment, which is a mortgage anyway, or a business investment, or you like applying for a school, a course, a job, even me starting YouTube. Yes, use me for example. If I had told too many people that I was going to start YouTube and things like that, obviously you get people that are happy for you, that seem happy for you. And then on the other hand, you get people that, the opinionated people, and not everybody that has opinion is coming from a negative place, you know. Sometimes people just feel like from their failures, they're trying to protect you, but not knowing in hindsight that hinders you, right? And for example, is if I told too many people I was starting YouTube and like just shouting it off the rooftops, oh yeah, I'm going to start a YouTube channel, you're going to get I would have gotten some people that would have told me that, oh, I tried YouTube, it didn't work out for me. Or some people also say, oh gosh, are you really prepared to put your whole like self out there to the whole wide world? And you know, once you put yourself on the internet, you can't take it back and things like that. Or are you also prepared for the negative comments to come? Because not everybody will like you. And thank God for him making me thick-skinned, although I'm a human being. But at the same time, thank God for him making me thick-skinned. I was mentally prepared for those things whilst I was praying whether or not this is the journey that, you know, I was supposed to take, putting myself on this platform. And in life, not everyone is coming from a negative or through malice or any kind of negative way to just pull you down, although some people are. But people do not subscribe to people's fear and people's anxious thoughts and opinions, because what you find yourself doing or not doing is not doing what you're called out to do or what you want to do. And the same breath I say that, I'm not saying that do not take advice, do not, you know, seek wise counsel and things like that. That is very important because we can't be wise unto our own self. But oftentimes when we want to start something and we've told too many people, you get the unwanted and unwarranted opinions, and that hinders you from going further and stunts your growth. So say like with the YouTube thing, if I have listened to first and foremost, I didn't tell anybody, but if I was going out telling everybody that I'm going to start YouTube and going to do this and all those kind of things, what would have happened? I would have received so much information that I don't even know what to do with that, and I wouldn't know what kind of decision I can make for myself starting YouTube. And the thing is with subscribing to someone else's fear, we do it subconsciously without us even being aware that we are doing it. Information is fed to us, whether it stays with us or filters out, it's still information that has been fed to us, and it sits somewhere. And the amount of information you keep taking in, keep taking in, it's almost like a sponge that you soak in. It has to release somewhere, and that release can either be in you not starting whatever it is that you're called to do, or it can propel you to go and start something. But you don't want to start something and operate it in a sense of fear. You want to start something from the fact that you know that you are being bold, you're being courageous, and you're stepping out of yourself, out of your comfort of yourself, to go and do that thing. That's why it's so important when you're doing something. Don't tell too many people. It's almost like you're birthing something. And this is why I understand why pregnant people, in the first, couple of months, I think it's 3 months they call it, they don't go around telling too many people, because it's like, it's not so much too much negative energy of people's opinions, but it's almost like it's the critical stage of whether the child is alive, stays alive, or doesn't. And in that time, it's also the same method is almost we take with our business choices or whatever it is that we want to venture into. The stage of you thinking of having an idea is the crucial stage, and you getting things into motion is also very critical, because it can either win or it can flop. It can bop or it can flop. And all those kind of things are very, very important when you're making a decision and you're doing certain things in order to manifest or birth out what it is that you want to launch. And I think that when it comes to us doing certain things and doing certain things and subconsciously subscribing to people's fear, we don't ask the right questions. Like, yes, change the narrative. Okay, someone tells you want to start a business, and you go and seek advice and you ask several different people. You get people that will give you the advice of, okay, this is how to do it, this is how I did it, and things like that. Then you get the person that says, oh, I tried it, my business didn't last, it flopped, I shut down my business within a year, or, oh, I failed, oh, I literally didn't make no profit. And most successful businesses, you don't even make a profit. You definitely don't make a profit in the first year. You're just trying to break even, right? But then at the same time, all that mix of information, you are left to decide what to do with it. And with that information, why don't we change it around and be like, those people that said, oh, it didn't work out for me, no, it's like completely, it's too hard, I would not advise anyone to do it. Why don't you change it around and ask them, okay, why didn't it work out for you? Or what did you learn from your circumstance? Basically, this is the time for us to do, like, as they say, the market research. Do the field research and get the information that you need. Someone told you, oh, I will never try that again. I will never start a business again ever in my life. Oh, I got into so much debt and things like that. Hearing that information is so important. Don't let that put you off. That's the time for you to do your research. Get your pen and pad out and start, right, okay, you went into debt, you became bankrupt or whatever it is. Ask the information, okay, what choices did you make? What did you learn? What could you have done if you were to do it again? Even though you said you will never do it again, what would you do differently? And it might be something like, oh, I trusted the wrong partner, or I went for a broker and all of a sudden they've just completely fell into administration or something like that. Get the information, do your research. All these information that you receive from people that seems to be the Debbie Downers, the negative Nancys, that is crucial information. That should propel you to go forth and birth the idea that you want to give birth to. Don't let that hinder you. Do not subscribe to that fear. Turn that fear around into faith. Turn that fear around into hope. Turn that fear around into courage, to push you, to propel you to your greatest being. Because one man's failure doesn't mean or make it your failure. It's going to become your success only if you ask the right questions, only if you do the research, only if you gather the right information from people's losses, in order that you do not follow the same pattern or walk they went through that ended up in that result. You can be the one that changes the whole dynamic. That the person who all of a sudden said that I will never try or start a business again because of what happened to them, through your courage, your encouragement and your boldness, can make them, and seeing that manifestation can make them say to themselves like, wow, how did you do it? And most often than not, they always come round to be like, wow. Well, some people are just like, they end up either jealous or bitter that it worked out for you. Forget that. That's another subject. Forget those people. But those that are not prideful and don't let their ego get in their way, they will find your story inspirational, inspiring, and makes, who knows, might spark something that was a flame within them that was, once was lit but died because of their own failure, might be rekindled again for them to start something and pick up where they left off and ask you questions like, wow, how did you make it work? Teach me, show me. And each one teaches one. Each one teaches one. Do not subscribe to anybody else's fear. And also with information, do not tell too many people when you're starting something that what you are doing. Be the underdog, be the understudy. Learn from the people that failed as much as the people that have succeeded. And I guarantee you, those that have succeeded have failed at one point, at one time in their life. Because you don't know, the thing is in life, don't knock it until you try it. And when you fall, keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. That is all learning curves. Our failures are not so much failures. They are learning curves. They're lessons. But if we decide to become bitter and become like, oh gosh, it failed for me, and continue that whole cycle of, oh, don't try this, it didn't work out for me. Oh, don't apply to that school. Like, it's like so hard. Like, no one can get in. Oh no, that exam for that job, oh my gosh, for that firm, oh my gosh, the exam, like 99.9% of people always fail the exam. So I will not even, I won't even tell you to even try for it, because no one failed and no one passes. No, you might be that 1%, that 0.1% that breaks the record for the rest to come. So I advise anyone that has got a business idea, or it doesn't have to always be business, but whatever idea or course or whatever it is that you want to start, and if you have been told do not do it, or I tried it and it failed for me, go back and revisit that whole idea that you had and ask the right questions and see, why do I want to even start this? And shake off that fear. Do not subscribe to somebody else's fear. We have our own fear. How much more carrying somebody else's fear subconsciously, right? Like, that's too much fear operating in one person. It's time for us to filter our minds, filter our anxieties, to shake them off and step out in boldness and encouragement, and just be courageous with our ideas and our concepts, and just step out of the norm and just do what we've been called to do. As much as I say this to you guys, I say it to myself, and I've already put those kind of things in action, especially from last year, that when it comes to certain things, sometimes you have to really shut it up, zip it up and lock it up. You can't be out over here. I love chatting. Everybody that knows me, I like talking, but we can't be, sometimes there's a time for everything, as we all know. There's time to be chatting, and there's time to, zip it up, be reserved, and you learn more in stillness. You learn more when you're quiet, because you observe what is happening around you. But if you and I'm laughing because I'm always chatting, you miss certain things that are very important, and it's like, oh, I missed that, because you were distracted or being the center of distraction, right? So yeah, that's enough of me. I think it's almost 15 minutes, this video. I hope this has touched anyone, that you step out of the fear of somebody else. Do not subscribe to anybody's fear, but subscribe to my channel, and have an amazing, blessed rest of the week. Take care, and I'll see you in another video.
Open up, you open, bitch, you won't be in my